What's going on? Foots here. What a past week has been. It's crazy because if I pull my notes out, actually, let me get my notes real quick. Just a little impromptu vibes, right? If I pull my notes out, I actually show you guys where I had my DB rankings ready to go. And then sure enough, we trade for Stephon Gilmore. I've got a bunch of film stuff and I just wanted to, look, I got my updated, I don't know if y'all can see this, updated receivers. Bunch of notes over y'all. And then look, here go my DB rankings. Y'all can see that. Boom, boom. I'm coming to that, but I hadn't filled all my notes in because so much breaking news has been coming that I had to hit these news items. And so I'll do DBs, which, by the way, I tweeted this today. Dallas could very much still draft a DB early on. You're only tied into Gilmore for a year. Obviously, Anthony Brown will probably end up moving on. They're done with Kelvin Joseph. They're done with Nashawn Wright. Like, that experiment is over. Obviously, they have big plans for Deron Bland, and Gilmore is going to be the guy who kind of molds all this together. They have plans for Diggs as well. So this DB room, this cornerback room for sure, because your safeties are locked in, but this cornerback room could definitely still use a facelift, even though that you brought Stephon Gilmore in, because if you do draft a young guy, you kind of want him learning from a Stephon Gilmore. You want the whole team learning from a Gilmore. But anyway, who, by the way, I've heard is a great locker room guy. The film out on him has been exceptional. He's really going to help this team, especially as a 2. He's going to help this team. So the news item of the day, it's been 2 minutes and I haven't even talked about Zeke not being on the team anymore. It's tough because we all say this is the business, but Zeke is one of those guys that I can honestly say is somebody that I won't say that I got attached to, but he's somebody that, you know, in 2016, that's when I started doing YouTube. And my first videos were Dak and Zeke. And you see them grow up over the years together. You see them, they obviously came into the league together. Tony Romo gets hurt, Dak, the whole nine. And I'll never forget the play when Zeke ran over Cam Chancellor. Like, that's the play for me that told me that Zeke was going to be special. And I never forget when he ran through Cam Chancellor so hard that Cam Chancellor ended up getting a 15-yard penalty trying to get him back. Like, the stuff that Zeke did in pass pro, I'm just going to take this time to say I appreciate what Zeke did for this team. Obviously, early on, they completely ran him into the ground. He was drafted to help Tony Romo. Obviously, Romo ended up getting hurt, and then the rest is history with Dak and Zeke. But, you know, I appreciate what Zeke did because giving up your body, you know, to play running back in the NFL, it's been said that it's almost like getting in a car. You have to be crazy to want to do it. It's almost like getting in a car crash every game. And Zeke did that. He played through injury. He gave his all. Had a few issues off the field early on, but was able to clean that up. And although he doesn't have much tread left in the tires as far as juice-wise, he still was a great teammate, loved in the locker room. And I just appreciate the effort, the stuff he did as a blocker. He threw his body around as a blocker. Like, that's the type of stuff that just showed what type of teammate that dude was. So, Zeke, you know, thank you for all you do. I don't know if he'll ever see this video. I don't know if anybody's fan will, but I appreciate what the guy did. Now, that being said, the business side of things is real. The Cowboys really just let go of Ezekiel Elliott. With that being said, what does this mean for the draft? We all said that this could possibly happen, but I don't know if people really thought that the Cowboys front office would do it. And this is why I said stay patient. Dallas is working something. Even with them restructuring DeMarcus Lawrence, they're doing some things that we just don't know how things are going to turn out with this Cowboys team. I want to say this, that if they can find a way to get their hands on OBJ or D-Hop, I still would not rule out guard running back or running back guard with the 26th pick, and I think we come back at 58 or first, second round, first round, guard, running back, guard. Like, that's directly what it means for me in the draft. You got to think they're not married to Tony Pollard long term. He's coming off an injury. And I just think in today's NFL climate, you have to have two backs. Not to mention, Mike McCarthy likes having two backs. I don't know if he drafted Aaron Jones. You guys check me on that, but I know that in Green Bay, they've always, for the most part, had two decent backs that they could turn to, kind of styles offsetting each other. It would be interesting because Bijan and Pollard are kind of similar. They're both kind of do-it-all backs. And Pollard and Gibbs are kind of do-it-all backs, but that's okay. Like, use all the weapons that you have in that way, especially a guy like Gibbs who has the pass-catching ability that he does. So, for me, this is how the Zeke move affects the draft. If they can find a receiver who can come in and help immediately, I do think that running back has to be a priority in the first 3 rounds. Like, not a need, a priority. I think that O-line, if they can find a receiver, if they can get their hands on D-Hop, obviously there's been reports, 105.9 a fan or whatever, they're saying that, oh, D-Hop is out. They don't know this for sure. If you would have listened to them, they would have said that Zeke will still be on the team, and he's not. You would have listened to them, Dallas would make no moves in free agency, and they have. Signing their own and then making a big splash, to me, with Stephon Gilmore, low risk, high reward. So, to me, how it affects the draft, guard, running back in some type of capacity. All right, it's your boy Foots. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, subscribing. My quick thoughts on Zeke. Thank you for all you've done, Zeke. How does this affect the draft? Let's see. Peace.